Alright guys, big fight coming up May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Munguia. I'm going to give my final prediction and some keys to victory for each fighter. Now the big talk about this fight is that I keep hearing is Munguia stopped Ryder and Canelo didn't. And that's why Munguia has a shot to beat Canelo. I personally don't think so. I don't think that that's the case. But boxing is boxing. Anything could happen. We just saw what happened with Ryan Garcia defeating Devin Haney, in which most people didn't see that coming. I certainly did, because I put a bet on Ryan Garcia to win that fight. So it was a successful night. But let's just roll with this topic of Munguia stopping Ryder and Canelo didn't, okay? Canelo Alvarez has 60 wins, 2 losses, 39 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. Canelo Alvarez, when he fought John Ryder, I saw John Ryder in tremendous shape for that fight. I saw Canelo Alvarez that wasn't in the best shape of his career, but I still had Canelo Alvarez dominating him. John Ryder also had a broken nose, something that had never happened to him. Canelo dropped him multiple times. That fight could have been stopped if you tell me, but the fight went 12 rounds. Canelo, easy, unanimous decision. Then he came back and fought Jermell Charlo, another complete domination. Canelo Alvarez looked more like vintage Canelo, in tremendous shape for that fight, and also dropped Mel for the first time in his career. Now let's look at Munguia when he fought John Ryder. But let's look at Munguia's record, 43-0 with 34 knockouts. So he almost has the same knockouts as Canelo Alvarez with lesser fights, but Canelo Alvarez has better opponents in his resume. Munguia, when he fought Ryder, I saw a John Ryder that was more soft, and he knew that if he loses this fight, it was going to be the end of his career. I think Ryder came in better shape for Canelo than he did versus Munguia. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that Ryder was already in the edge of retirement. See what I mean? But hey, Munguia got the job done. He stopped him, and it is what it is. The fight with Munguia and Sergey Derevyanchenko was a hell of a fight of the year, and it was a close fight. If you tell me, Sergey got hurt and Munguia got hurt multiple times in that fight. Now let's look at what Munguia has to do to beat Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion. Now we all know that Canelo is the smaller guy, so he likes to cut the ring and he is patiently moving forward on you. He also has a lethal left hook to the body or to the head. Let's look at this clip right here when he fought Triple G the second time. You see how Triple G took Canelo's left hook away? You see Canelo planting his feet to throw that left hook, and Triple G timed it with a nice right uppercut, throwing Canelo Alvarez off his rhythm. This is a key counter punch, since Canelo has a tendency to use his left hook majority of his fights. Another thing Canelo been doing lately is the tendency of tapping with the jab and unleashing a powerful right hook to the arms. So he does this to back up his opponents to the ropes, and bang, big shot comes in. Now if you time that, you can counter it as well. Now let's look at this clip. I know Canelo Alvarez is not Spence, but let's look at this sequence of what I'm trying to say to give you guys an idea. When Spence fought Crawford, you see how Crawford backed up slowly. Spence decided to come forward, and bam, Crawford counters with a beautiful left uppercut that put him down. Now, that's because Crawford has legit IQ, and that's something that I've never seen from Munguia, but we'll see. And I also think he also has to use his jab. He has to be constant with his jab, not let Canelo Alvarez plant his feet and let Canelo Alvarez fight his fight. That's what Bivol did, and that's what Munguia has to do. Those are the keys to victory. Now for Canelo is landing that left hook, whether it's to the body or to the head. And we all know Canelo is a legitimate counterpuncher. I was watching the fight with Munguia versus Derevyanchenko. I mean, Munguia got hit and got hurt multiple times during that fight, to the body, to the head, and Sergey was landing some flush left hooks on Munguia. You cannot let that happen with Canelo Alvarez. So I definitely see where Canelo Alvarez breaks down Munguia and potentially, I think potentially even knocks him out. Also, Munguia is a volume puncher. A lot of people are saying that that's what Munguia has to do in order to favor him in this victory, throwing a flurry of punches. But I personally don't think so, because that's going to leave himself wide open for Canelo Alvarez to counter him all night. Also, given the fact that Canelo Alvarez has great defense, see, Canelo Alvarez is very selective with his punches. He collects data and fights composed and patient until he calculates your mistakes. Overall, guys, this is a great fight. Munguia versus Canelo. Munguia's youth should keep him in this fight, and also the fact that he's big and strong. But I just think Canelo Alvarez's experience will play a huge part in this fight. Unless Freddie Roach knows something about Canelo, because he has been here before in his previous fights with Canelo, like for example when he fought Miguel Cotto. Unless he has something hidden in his teachings to Munguia that we don't know about. My prediction for this fight, I'm going with Canelo Alvarez by stoppage victory. I know it's hard to believe because Canelo hasn't knocked out anyone in a while, but I just think Canelo can pull this KO in this particular fight. Who do you guys got and how? I'm rocking with Nello on this one. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to sub. Peace.